Good morning, agents, and welcome to another daily episode of Targeted Loot today for October 6th, the series that shows you the Targeted Loot map, farming tips and tricks, vendor reset highlights, and much more. I'm Agent Shadow, and if you enjoy my content, please consider smashing the subscribe, like, and share buttons below. Also, you can check the pinned comment for all sorts of links like becoming a member of the channel, joining my Discord and clan on all platforms, other support links. So let's get started with the DZ first and the vendors, DC, and then New York City targeted loot highlights last. So over here in Dark Zone West, we got Golan gear. The targeted loot doesn't have anything DZ exclusive that comes to mind that's worth it to farm. But in DZ West, you got the rock and roll shotgun with perfectly extra. So that's definitely a good shotgun to get. It was better before the mop came out. The mop is probably meta now. But I would still get this as a collectible at the very least, and it's a pretty good shotgun. Then over here in DZ South, you got knee pads as targeted loot. You can go for the Emperor's Guard knee pads. Those can give you 1% armor regen. They're good with Foundry Bulwark and the new set, the Bellstone Armory. But remember, at the DZ South vendor, they got the RAILSPLITTER with perfectly accurate. I actually just bought one because I still didn't have one. So if you guys want to go grab that at the DZ South vendor, 152 DZ resources. And to get DZ resources, you gotta extract the contaminated loot out of your bag. But first, before you extract it, you need to deconstruct it in the contaminated bag. And then it'll turn into DZ resources you can extract. And then DZ East, nothing. It's just 511. Nothing worth farming for. Let's check out the north side. Alright, agents, north side targeted loot. So we got MMRs at Camp White Oak and also up here at the ballpark. So if you want to grab like the Mantis, or you can grab like a White Death or Elk's Long Stick, those are probably the best MMRs in the game, then you can. And then of course you can always get the Nemesis, but that's refarming it. If you don't have it already, you need to do the quest first. Then we got Aralda Holdings at Manning National Zoo. That's always good as a headshot build. You can do 3 pieces aces and 8s, 2 pieces Aralda, and then 1 piece perfect headhunter build. That's definitely worth it for sure, and it's fun, and it's solo and 4-man group builds. Kenley College is open for another 6 days. And we got Richter and Kaiser at the Summit, which really isn't that worth it. You could kind of throw those on healer builds, nothing much else. But yeah, let's go check out the west side. North side doesn't have so much that's worth farming today. Alright, agents, we're over here on the west side of targeted loot highlights, DC. We got light machine guns at Federal Emergency Bunker, so the Exotic Pestilence and Bullet King. You can also get named LMGs like the Carnage, Sleipner, which you can craft at the White House. Get a Quiet Roar, New Reliable, or Good Times. Those are all worth it for sure. Badger Tough at West End. You can get the 0F's perfectly unbreakable chest piece. I actually just got one of those yesterday to turn in the Ridgeway Pride Exotic. There's so much stuff you got to do just to get that chest piece. It's a lot more than turning everything in. You have to like eliminate 3 named enemies of each faction, 3 hunters, 3 rogue agents, a bunch of stuff, and have every faction key. We got chest pieces at Foggy Bottom if you want the tardigrade armor. You can also farm Walker Harrison Co. at the Potomac Event Center if you want that Chain Killer Perfect Headhunter chest piece. Got Alp Summit at Roosevelt Island. For legendaries, we got Fenris at DUA and rifles at Capitol Building. So that's going to be worth farming it for sure, rifles. We also got gloves at DARPA. If you want to get the BTSU gloves, you can grab those there, or the contractor's gloves with 8% damage to armor. And then assault rifles at the Pentagon, you can grab the Exotic Chameleon, get the Maniac named Military AKM, the Burnout named FAMAS, any top tier AR like a FAMAS, Military AKM, Carbine 7, or Police M4. We also got Bellstone at Tidal Basin, so that's the Liquid Engineer with Perfect Bloodsucker, and then you got the chest piece Everyday Carrier with Perfectly Efficient. Both of those are worth it to farm for, definitely the Perfect Bloodsucker one. And if you want to know what to do with that backpack, I got a build I'll put in the top right card right now. That's definitely worth checking out. You also got Badger Tough at DCD. I would run it here instead of the open world. Alp Summit's pretty good for healer builds. You usually want a chest piece with the Empathetic Resolve, or you can get the Percussive Maintenance with Perfect Tech Support. And that's about it for the west side, except for gear sets at Lincoln Memorial. If you need gear sets to, today's the day to do it. It takes like 9 minutes to run this, or less, solo. I would check it out. Anything but System Corruption, that's a Dark Zone exclusive, or Foundry Bulwark Future Initiative chest and backpack pieces. Alright, let's go check out the east side. Alright, agents, we're over here on the east side targeted loot. We got doubles for ARs if you want to farm those today. Overlord Armaments at Jefferson Trade Center. You can farm for Fox's Prayer knee pads. That's 8% damage to targets out of cover. Pair that with 10% on one of your main weapons, and that's giving you a ton of multiplicative damage that you definitely want. It's better than having a bunch of crit hit damage, that's for sure. Got doubles for gloves, but I would farm over here at DARPA because it's Black Tusk. They have a higher drop rate chance for BTSU gloves. And we got rifles at legendary level at Capitol Building or over here at Southwest. So you can farm for the Diamondback or Merciless. I don't recommend that on legendary, but you can farm for a good M1A. Best damage talents are Boomerang, Ranger, and Rifleman. Got masks over here at Air and Space Museum if you want the Coyotes mask, the Vial mask, or you can get the Punch Drunk mask with 20% headshot damage baked right into it. Goes great with Dodge City holster build and the perfect Headhunter chest piece. Circle of Concern to Judiciary Square for all the people running those SMG builds, like me, who run them all the time. And then Fenris is good, of course. Get a good piece of Fenris today if you're running an AR build and you just need a good piece of Fenris. Finally, there's holsters at Jefferson Plaza. That's the Imperial Dynasty holster, and then the Forge holster, which gives you 50% extra shield health. That's a whole extra skill tier to your shield. Alright, let's go check out New York City targeted loot highlights, and I'll let you guys go. Alright, agents, we're over here at New York City targeted loot highlights. First off, we got Hanayu with 2 bridges. That's the Force Multiplier backpack with perfect combined arms. Goes great on this build. I'll put in the top right card now. Got Grupo Sombro at Civic Center. First piece, DPS builds. Second piece, explosive skill damage builds. And I also saw Grupo Sombro at the White House targeted loot earlier in DC. Douglas and Harding at the Tombs. If you really want the Punch Drunk mask, go ahead and farm Douglas and Harding instead of Mass. And then submachine guns at Financial District. Today's the perfect day to get the Lady Death. It's coming from its main source, which is Open World NYC bosses. And it's SMG targeted loot, so double is good. Providence Defense at Liberty Island for the Sacrifice of Perfect Glass Cannon or any Providence piece you need a better roll with. And finally, we got Gear System mods at Battery Park. Run that on Heroic if you want to try to get some, God roll Gear System mods like 12% crit damage, 6% crit chance mods. Alright, that's it for New York City targeted loot highlights. Alright, agents, well that was the targeted loot for today, October 6th. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and like and share the video if you enjoyed my content. Shout out to a new channel member, by the way, Muhammad Ali. Thank you, man. I appreciate joining as a new member. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the support. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. So thank you once again, and if anyone wants to become a member, you can click the join button below. There's 3 or 4 different tiers for exclusive perks, so definitely check it out. Anyway, take care, agents. Be sure to stay tuned for more daily dedicated Division 2 content. This is Agent Shadow signing off. I will see you in the next video. Take care, agents.